Thursday night. Freezing where I'm at, the cold where you're at. I don't even understand this nonsense. Anyway, so I hope you can all come and join me. Today's going to be exciting. We're going to have a good show. Let's give it a few minutes for people to show up. So, did anybody see that post that I made in Boston where the governor came on? Hi. And the governor came on talking about, Trump's executive order to dismantle the Department of Education. Yeah. So now they did a big old story in Massachusetts about all this money that could be taken away, and everybody's panicking. Yeah, like a few people said on the post, where were you guys before? I told OSEP the only thing they're looking for is the money. They don't care about anything else. I'm going to send WBZ a copy of that January 16th letter from OSEP talking about what Massachusetts isn't doing for kids with disabilities. So, yeah. But anyway, so you guys just cool your jets. Don't worry, because until it goes all the way up to the Supreme Court justices, he can't do shit. And 9 times out, every single time he's signed one of these orders that hurts us, he's been blocked temporarily until there's a hearing. And hopefully none of these hearings will take place until after 2026. And then everything will go back to normal because hopefully we'll have more Democrats in there. But until then, don't worry right now. Don't worry. So anyway, hey everybody, I'm Tammy, and this is my live. And what we do here is talk about special education. So I want to welcome you all in, and I want to welcome you back if you've been coming here. So thanks for coming. And tonight we're going to talk about a couple of things. I want to show you guys how to use information in a complaint that'll help you develop your complaint. Okay, so we've been talking a lot about the WISC-5, and it's an evaluation, but there's also other ways you can get information too. And what you do is you cut and paste. Okay, you get the law. And I know it's easy for me because I've been doing this for a long time, but I'm just trying to tell you how I do it so that you guys can do the same thing. So could somebody let me know if they're there? I see there's 2 people, but give me a honk or something. Let me know you're breathing. So anyway, so that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to show you how to do a cut and paste so that you guys can all do it the way I do it. And like I said, don't worry. Don't worry about what's going on in the world regarding education and all of that, because here's the thing. Here's what I know. Let's say hypothetically, they are able to dismantle the Department of Education. So now all of the responsibilities to educate your kid is now going to be on the state. What the news media didn't say in Massachusetts is actually how much money Massachusetts is currently getting for children for special needs, okay, for special education, which is approximately $643 million in that little teeny tiny state. Yeah, little hook. Yeah. 643 million. And according to them, it's 8%. According to the news, it was 8% of special education money comes from the feds. So most of the money comes from the states anyway. So they can't just stop, because what they would also have to do if they dismantle the Department of Education, they also have to dismantle all of the laws that say we're not funding any of this. We don't care what you do in your states. There's so many laws regarding public education. It's disgusting. So they would have to get rid of all of those laws. Then they'd have to get rid of IDEA, which is all through Congress. It's not a business. The United States is not a company. It's a government office. Government offices have rules, okay? And you have to follow them. And for everything that we get, there's a rule, Okay, there's a step you have to follow in order for that thing that you want to happen. That's why he's only going through executive orders, because he can do it right away. He's not putting that in front of Congress because he knows there's going to be a problem. Just like there was a problem with the tariffs in Canada and Mexico that he rolled back again. You see, he can't control himself. He's nuts. There's something wrong with him. Okay, something wrong with him. He can't even keep what he said he was going to do and what he was actually doing. He can't even do that right. It's one thing to lie about what you're going to do and help everybody and put more money in your pocket through your, economic plan. And then turn back and lie and say, we're going to take all of this stuff away from you people. And then you can't even do that right. So don't worry. So I'm going to say, America's not going anywhere without a fight. And he's going to have a fight, and he has a fight right now. So there's plenty of people that are going to fight. There's a whole thing for a strike that we're going to do that I'm participating in. I believe it's against Amazon, or not to purchase anything from Amazon for a week. If you're interested, let me know and I'll send it to you. It's to send a message to the people in government to let them know we're in control. We're the ones that pay all the bills because you take our money. You take our money for education. You can't take federal money if I'm not paying for federal shit. You see, oh yes, you'll have more money in your pocket. You will. Hopefully he won't continue to take your taxes, even though you're not getting that service, like, for special education. I don't think he's going to do that. I think he's going to take away all of the stuff for special education and still tax you for it. That's what I think he's going to do. But anyway, that's just me. That's what I think he wants to do in the Koch brothers, in the Heritage Foundation. I said all of that because of special education. And it's the big picture. And that picture has been there for a long time. And you guys out there have to pay attention. I know you don't want to. It's way easier just to go along with the program. Even if the program sucks, even if it hurts your kid, it's way easier. I understand that. However, you can't bitch and complain about the outcomes. You just can't. Can't bitch and complain about the outcomes if you're not going to do anything to try to stop it. You have to do everything you can, and that means making phone calls, all of that crazy stuff. You make them every day to every single person that you know that's up there in D.C. that's letting this happen. You got to call all of them, whether they're your representatives or not. You call them up and you cuss them out. That's what you do. You got to be a haunt, like I am. So anyway, so what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about how to take information and then use it to benefit you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to show you, okay, for instance. So let's say, I'll put a hypothetical out there. So let's say, okay, you have an evaluation. And in that evaluation, this is actually going on. You have an evaluation, and the evaluation actually says that the assessment that they did was, one of the assessments was broad scores for math. Okay, for math. Broad scores for math is not a big deal. Okay, it's very limited. Hi, Alma. How you doing, girl? So broad scores are not, it's adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. It's not a whole host of stuff. Okay, so if the school district doesn't evaluate in all areas, for instance, let's say your kid has a disability. Your kid has a learning disability. Let's say that. Okay, and your kid is in the lowest percentile as possible. And your kid's in high school. And your kid is way down on the bottom, okay, as far as math goes. And the stupid idiot school put your kid in geometry class. I couldn't believe it when I read it. My eyes crossed. I had to bang my head against the wall to make it make sense. But anyway, so, and the school district relied upon a neuropsychological evaluation that only included about this much of math. And there was a reason for that, because the neuropsychologist knew that particular kid, beyond what that was, because the results of that testing was already low. Okay, that was low. And that was just foundational stuff. Adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. Okay, it didn't have any other concepts in it to take you up to geometry level. Okay, it didn't. So let's say you want to file a complaint. And so you're like, wait a minute, the report says this. Let me show you the report. See if I can do it. So I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about, okay? So now this document has been redacted. I can find it. Of course I can't find it. Wait a minute. Wait. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta go over here. Okay, there it is. I gotta open it up. Put it over here. Do this, and then I have to do this. Screen. Okay. So this is an actual, why is this doing this? Hide. This is an actual assessment done by a neuropsychologist. Okay. So here it is right here. It says, so the parent wanted him tested. It's a neuropsych, so they test everywhere. Now, the difference between a neuropsych and like the WISC-5 is that the neuropsych goes way deep. It goes deeper than like the WISC-5 or the Woodcock-Johnson achievement test, the Wyatt. It goes way deeper than that, okay? In this particular case, they used, what is that? It looks like the WISC, I think it was the WISC-4, okay? They used the WISC-4, which is what the school district used, okay? So, this is what it says. Keep in mind what I told you where this kid's at. Sounds familiar? Shut up, Alma. So, this is the parent, okay, what I want to tell you is the parent requested, based on this evaluation, and the teacher saying that, and the school putting their kid in geometry class, okay? The parent said, yeah, no, my kid doesn't know geometry. And so, you know, she got into a little altercation during a team meeting because they're stupid. They're just stupid. Okay, so she said, I want the key math test. They had the audacity to tell her no. Okay, so this is what is going to happen. We are going to, it's not funny, we're going to write a complaint. Let me show you how I'm going to do it. Okay, so this is what the school had. This is what the school said they relied on in denying the mother of the key math test for them to do the key math test. Okay, not an independent, for them to do it because they're idiots. Well, they're not. They're slick. That's what they are. They're slick. But I'm slicker. Okay, so this is what they used for math. It says, broad mathematics cluster score, a measure of math calculation skills, math facts, fluency, and applied math word problem solving, was in the severely impaired range, 47. It was 47 scaled score, okay? His performance on calculation, a test of math achievement, measuring the ability to perform mathematical computations, was moderately impaired for a scaled score of 62. His performance was in the severely impaired range for math fluency, which measures speed of computation or the ability to solve simple math facts quickly, requiring both quantitative knowledge and cognitive processing speed. Math facts fluency, scaled score 58. His ability to apply math concepts and in solving word problems was in the severely impaired range, scaled score 46. So what we do is this. Okay? So I take this pot and I do this. Okay? And I do this like that. I go like that. And I take it and I copy it. I copy it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy it. Okay? So then what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to get me a nice clean piece of paper. Pa-dow. There it is. Okay, so now I have to do this again. Son of a bitch. Now I do this and I do. I'm getting quicker at this. Man, when I first started with StreamYard, it was a hot mess. Okay, so I just copied and pasted that, right? I mean, I just copied it, so then I do this. Paste. So I'm going to take this out. So you got to fix it sometimes because You copy and paste from a PDF document, it's a little pain in the ass. Okay, it's a pain in the ass. So then, let me just make this a little bit smaller. Okay, there. All right. So I put that there, right? So this is how I open. So then, because my problem is this, I'm going to prove that the school district did not evaluate in all areas of suspected disability, because there was another thing they just did. It was called the AFLs. Okay. I have the AFLs. See this? See it? Can you see it? Is it right? It's showing up skip. Okay, wait. Let me fix that. Let me fix that a little bit. Mirror. Let me see if I do it. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Whoops. Okay. That's one of the AFLs. There's like 6 of these. Okay. So what I did is I got what's called the tracking skills from the parent, which has all of the scores. Okay. So then what I found out is the crazy nut job. Okay, let me just do this. Okay. So the crazy nut job, that is the BCBA, her dumbass, because she thinks she's slick. She took this and she added up all of the possible answers. So this is one set. This is a subtest. Every single one of these columns down here, these are subtests. Okay? See how they all are down here? This dumbass took all of these little boxes in each subtest. She added them up. So there's, in the first one, classroom mechanics. Okay, yeah, classroom mechanics. Out of, there's 18, I believe, possible correct, in her mind, correct answers. Here's the thing with the AFLs. Okay? The AFLs, if you ever get this done, which is really, really cool for kids with disabilities, I'm telling you, it's a wonderful tool to help you. Not only can it help you, but it also, what I've done is I've used it to write IEP goals and objectives, because they're already in here. They're in here. Okay. It says task. It says task name, the objective for the task, the question that you want to ask yourself, or ask you. This is the question you ask the kid. Or this is what for that task, this is what the learner has to be able to do. And so it says, question, does learner understand the difference between literal and figurative comments? Okay, then it says example. It puts an example in here. Then way on the end, it has criteria. The criteria are the levels. So each one of those little boxes has a level. 0 means can't do it at all. 1 might be he could do it partially. 2, if there's 3 or 4 little boxes, okay, those are the different levels. That's what it means, okay? Hey, Christine, I'm sorry. I can believe these people are allowed to be with you. I know, honey, I know. When I saw, I was so mad. I was like, it's almost done. That's how mad I was. No, I don't got smarticles. I've been doing this a long time. And it took me a while to figure this out. It's not that difficult if you're in this field, but it's not that difficult, but it's not that easy either. You have to be able to pull in a whole bunch of different things in order to understand this. But it's still not that hard. Okay, it's very simple, because you know what? The guy that wrote this, anybody can do this. It's online. Okay, you don't need special. You do on one end, you need it. It's a checklist. Okay. So all you do is you ask him questions, and whatever level he could answer at, on the side it'll say criteria. Okay. For instance, the very first one, it says the task name is this: uses dry erase boards. That's the task. Can he use a dry erase board? Learner will write and completely erase on a dry erase board. That's the task. So if the kid can do all of that, there's 3 levels: 0, 1, and 2. If he can do that, it's a 2. You don't add them up. He can do that. That's a level 2. If he can only do part of it, it's a level 1. If he can't do it at all, it's a 0. But the only way you can get a 0 is if the stupid person that's administering this assessment actually presents the question to him. If the wench doesn't present the question and leaves it blank, like it doesn't say not applicable, like some of these questions in here, there's one for basic living skills, and it has to do with the issues that a girl faces but a boy won't, like, you know, menstruation and stuff. So those are about hygiene. So they won't have the same question, so that would be not applicable. Duh, it's a boy. It's real easy. It's real easy. So this wench wrote a report, and she said stuff like, yes, they do. They take advantage of you guys. So, and then they hate me. And I love it that they hate. You don't understand. I love it that they hate me. I love it. Hate me some more. Just keep hating me, because that means I'm doing my job right. When they hate me, I'm doing my job right. Sometimes the parents hate me, but I don't care. Stop coming to me. That's what I say. If you don't like what I'm doing, then you can't come here, because this is how I roll. This is how much work I put into doing for you. So if you don't like it because it doesn't sound nice to them, well, then you got to go find an advocate that wants to do it your way. I'm not interested in them liking me. I don't give a shit if they like me. That's not my job for them to like me. This is not high school. It's not a popularity thing. I don't care. I don't work in their world. I'm not trying to get points in their world. I don't care. And you shouldn't either, because it's about your kid. It's about your kid. Nobody else's kid's about your kid. So anyway, this wench, that's what she did. So first part of the complaint, I'm going to ask for the stuff. Where is it? I'm going to ask for the key math test. The second part is how I prove that the school district didn't evaluate in all areas of suspected disability is, number one, when they had a second opportunity. First of all, they put him in geometry, knowing this. You see this right here? Knowing this, they put him in geometry. Geometry is beyond the basic math skills. Okay. Excuse me. Like my cup. Is that freaking cool? I got one of these every color, I swear to God. I get them now for my outfits. When I go out, I have one that matches. It's so cool. Anyway, I digress. I love my cup. So anyway, so it's very easy. So I need you guys to stay with me. So you have to keep this in mind. So the parent had the school district tester kit. They came back with, whatever way they came up with something, that it's okay that they could put them in a geometry class. These are educators. These are people that went to school to become teachers. They got degrees, they got certification, whatever. And they said, this kid, this kid right here should be in geometry because of his age. That's why they put him there. He's in, I think he's in, do not answer. He's in, I think, high school, or just getting into high school. He's like in the first year freshman. Okay, I forgot to look at the age on it, but it's right around there. So in this particular state, okay, you have to understand now, listen to my process. So in this particular state, I found out there's that at the age of 13, they have to start transition. Okay, transition is a whole different thing. Okay, let me show you what transition is. You're gonna die. You're just gonna die. Okay, I gotta stop this one. Okay, when your kid is going through transition at the age, see, in most states, what they have to do is they have to transition your kid, to help transition your kid from what do you call it? From public school to from public school to adulthood. Okay, you're preparing them, so they're going to either go into, a vocation, they're going to go get a job, they're going to go to college, but you have to help them get there. That's what a guidance counselor is for. At least when I was in school, that's why they had them. So anyway, so here's the law for that. Okay, so 34 CFR 343. Let me show you what it says. This is the whole thing. So what you have to do wish I could get rid of this. Okay. So, transition services mean a coordinated set of activities for a child with a disability that is designed to be within results-oriented process that is focused on improving the academic and functional achievement of the child with a disability to facilitate the child's movement from school to post-school activities, including post-secondary education, vocational education, integrated employment, including supported employment, continuing and adult education, adult services, independent living, or community participation. This segues right into like the Department of Department of Disabilities in Massachusetts. That's what it is. Department of Developmental Disability Services. Okay. Simply D, how you do, girl? Okay. The wench told me that the AFOS gets reassessed no, it's 4 times in 1 year. It says it right on the book. Every quarter. She's a liar, and I'm going to get her. I'm going to get her. Don't worry, I got you, girl. Okay, I'm going to get her. It's going to be a special one just for her because she's a dumbass. And she did it on purpose. Hi, honey. It's my brother. I know who you are, Sylvia. Anyway, thanks for coming, girl. So anyway, I'm going to get that wench one good time. So she's lying. This gets done every quarter. It says right at the beginning, somewhere in this book it says that, and now that you said that, now I'll go look it up, because when I file against her, I'm going to add this book. There's going to be pages from this book that's going to be a part of the complaint, okay? So then it says the next part of the transition, you got to pay attention to this, okay? It's based on the individual's needs, taking into account the child's strengths, preferences, and interests, and includes instruction, related services, community services, the development of employment and other post-school adult living objectives, if appropriate, acquisition of daily living skills, and provision of functional vocational evaluation. So that's what the law says they're supposed to do in an evaluation for a kid that's at the age for transitional assessments to be done in accordance with state law. In federal law, it says at 16. This begins at 16. But like in Massachusetts, it begins at 14. In this particular state, it begins at 13, according to their law. Okay? And their law is 4 sentences. I kid you not. This same law is 4 sentences in this state. It's disgusting. Okay? This is what they have to do. And that's why I said go get that book that says the age appropriate thing. That's all of the assessments your kid can do is in there. Now, here's how we get them. Because they're stupid. What? What are you doing? Ay, ay. Okay. I don't know what happened. Oh, I want to do that. So, knowing that, so their job, remember what it is. Okay, so I got to do it like this. I'm not sure. I got to pull up my paper. Here's my paper. Okay. And I got to share again. Stop sharing that. Oh, I'm bouncing around here, guys. I'm sorry. But okay, so this was a neuropsych that the district accepted, by the way. They accepted it because they put it in the prior written notice that that's what they relied on, and the geometry teacher. They relied on the geometry teacher. This is what this kid can do. This right here. This is what he can do. And they relied on something that stupid teacher said. And the BCBA. Okay, good. Let me show you this. Okay, so now we're going to do something else. So now, I gotta stop sharing this. So I'm going to be able to prove that they violated the regulation that says that they have to evaluate in all areas of suspected disability. I can prove it now. I can prove that they didn't evaluate in any of the transitional issues. This AFOS, These are all of the books. These are all of them. Look, community, home skills, community participation, independent living, basic living skills, vocational skills. Why didn't they didn't do any of this? Okay, so I'm going to get her for that, and then I'm going to cite what she didn't evaluate in for every single one. Oh my God, yes, girl, I got you. Okay, because this pissed me off. And you're my greatest supporter. We're gonna get. I can show you where to get. I don't know if you can get them. You have to have. You might have to have some kind of credentials to get them. I got them because I was actually doing them because I had them online. They still have them online. So I had clients and everything that I actually did this on. And you're not going to believe this, but once you do it online, it generates its own report based on all of the answers to the questions. Because you do it online. So all that crap that she wrote about 13 out of 45 he got, all of that was wrong. All of it's wrong. The way she wrote it, and I think I have an email. If I'm not mistaken, I think I have an email from Mueller. I think I have an email from Mueller. The guy who wrote this, the developer, she did it wrong. And that's another thing I'm going to get him on. Okay? So let me show you what this says. So, okay, so I got that. See, I get all excited, I get crazy. You know, we're going to get, I'm going to see, I'll go look it up and see if you can get it. But it's AFLS. It's, what's it called? The Assessment for Functional, wait. Assessment for or of. Assessment. What is this thing? AFLS. Assessment. Functional Living Skills. Okay, I'll just post it. Okay, so now what I'm going to show you is how I'm going to get the show you this. Wait, did you see this? This is so cool. Okay, keep in mind this is okay. Keep in mind the math thing. Okay, keep in mind the thing I just told you about how she didn't do the AFLS right. Okay, keep that in mind. Keep it in mind. Now I'm going to show you the law that says they have to evaluate in all areas of suspected disability. So then we go 34 CFR 300.304. Guess what that is? Evaluation procedures. Then here's it right here. They must use a variety of things, okay? They didn't do anything for transition. And I believe, is this the one? Yes, transition. Here's the one I wanted. So then I go like this, okay? Copy that, and then I'm going to do this. Copy. Then I go back. There's a way for me to do this so I can just find it real quick. But, you know, I do things the hard way. Okay, so now, here's my opening. So then I paste the law, okay? And then, oh, okay, so I screwed up, guys. Wait a minute, let me go back in here. I gotta go get it real quick. Oops, where'd you go? Jesus. Where'd you go? Where'd you go, sweetheart? Okay, now I don't know what I did with you. Oh my God. I just lost you guys. Okay. I'm gonna do that. Now I gotta go back in and find you. Did I just shut you off? Okay, wait. This key now test. I gotta open all of these. It's still on, so I just gotta open them. There you are. Jeez. I got too many things open. So anyway, okay, so now I do this. Screen share, and go back over here. Okay. So then I do this. Understand why. Okay. This is the law. this is how I do it. You guys don't have to do it like this, okay? You don't have to do it. I do it like this because I know the laws, and I like to stick it to them. It's fun. Okay, so this now says, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open like this. This is how I'm going to open. The parents, this is how I always write it, assert that the district violated the evaluation procedures as they did not evaluate in all areas of suspected disability. Okay, so that's one. So then that's that law right there. Additionally, I'll just put, as a result, the district placed the student in a geometry classroom, and therefore, based on the accepted IEE evaluation that the district cited in their prior written notice. Okay, as a result, the district placed the student in a geometry classroom. Okay, I gotta do this. The sentence sucks. Okay. Classroom. The district cited I'll put that. The districts, I'm just spinning, okay, guys? We are here, okay. Oh, my sweet God, they did not regard, no, I know. Hi, Leona. How you doing, girl? Let me see. What's this? I don't know, honey. I think they're crazy. And what it is they take advantage. See, they know you don't know. Now you're following me, aren't you? You're like, what the hell? What the hell? Okay, so the districts, I'll put the district used the IEE that included the math assessment. The district, that's what I'm gonna put. I did that wrong. The district asserted in the prior written notice that they relied upon the results of the IEE and the geometry teacher to deny the parents' request for the key math test. Okay? So then we put down here you guys stick with me now, okay? Following me? You follow me? Okay, so now I put the parent assert that pursuant to 34, and then this is a direct quote right here. Okay, so now I'm gonna italicize it because I want them to pay attention. This is going to the state. They're stupid too. We have to make sure they understand English. Because I can write this up. Google Translate will help me translate this into any damn language they have over there because they're stupid. Okay? So this is what your whole complaint is. The parents asserted the district violated evaluation procedures as they did not evaluate in all areas of suspected disability. Therefore, the parents requested the key math test as all math was not evaluated using the IEE. I'm not even going to put that. Screw that. We'll just not do it. We'll keep that up. This is what I do. This is how I work. Okay? So you guys are seeing me in action as I do this. They are buddies. They are buddies, state and district. Yes, honey. Yes. Of course they are. Sometimes OSEP too. Remember, there's $643 million in Massachusetts for special ed money coming from the feds. According to WBZ today, that's only 8% of the special education budget. The state and local people pay the taxes for our special ed kids. It's mostly done by the state for special education. So I don't know why everybody's getting crazy. You guys are already paying for most of it. So I don't know what Mara Healy or whatever her name was talking about. Oh, this would be... Yes, it would be terrible. But nobody cares because you guys didn't care about this shit until now. When they're talking about taking that $643 million, now you got something to say. We ain't heard from you about this for months and years and all. That's the first time I heard special education out of anybody in Massachusetts. That's the governor. Anybody. So anyway. So this is, I think what I'm going to do is, here's your complaint right here. So they didn't evaluate in all areas of suspected disability. So here's your citation. So then you go right into, so you say, so first we're going to put the IEE results state that in math, broad mathematics, and then you just do like that, okay? Therefore, he can't do geometry. But just to make sure, see what I do a lot of, you see how I was bouncing around? This is what I do when I'm writing up my complaints. I bounce all over the place, okay? All over the place. So now I'm looking at it, I'm going, okay, wait a minute. So we got that in there. So now how do I write this? So I'm trying to fix it all there. So now what I have to do is, I have to include, okay, and I don't know what his progress is, but what I would put in there is that probably he's failing or having serious difficulties in this geometry class due to the very fact that it is. Okay, so what we're going to do is, because they're stupid. Remember, they're stupid. So then I do this, geometry. So now I want to put is defined as, and then guess what I do? Guess what I do? Go look it up. Okay, let's see how we can define geometry in math in school for kids. What does it mean? Okay, so let's look. Geometry is a part of math where you learned about shapes, lines, points, circles, triangles, and all of that stuff. Okay, good. Okay, what do you do with it? How to measuring tools, building basic blocks. Okay. Geometry is a kind of mathematics that deals with shapes and figures. Geometry explains how to build or draw shapes, measure them, compare them. People use geometry in many... Okay, so guess what I'm going to do? Copy and paste. There. Okay, defined as, and then we do this. And then I highlight. Okay? So, if you're a kid, so then I go, okay, so I copy and pasted that and I put it in there, okay? So here's the definition of geometry. So we do this, we do this, we do this. So now we can play with some shit, okay? The parents assert that geometry is a higher form of math, and given their son's current performance levels in accordance with the IEE that the district relied upon in their prior written notice, clearly demonstrates that their son should not be in Wait, you're going to die when it should not be in a geometry classroom. Their son their son has not mastered the lower level math. And therefore, guess what they did? By placing their son in a geometry classroom. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I'm going to say. Can somebody, he passed? I'm going to beat you. Yeah, I don't believe it. It doesn't matter. Okay, I don't care. Their son has not mastered. Okay, so I'll take out there. Take out that part. Therefore, the student was denied faith as he did not have the necessary skills to how much help did he get? You still can't do it. It's wrong. I mean, somebody did that work for him. Not with these scores. This was done last year. I mean, 2024, last year, a few months ago. So how much help did he get? Therefore, the student was denied faith because he did not have the necessary skills to maintain the levels needed without extreme assistance. I'm going to kill you. I don't understand why. Then why are you complaining? Okay. Because somebody's doing some work for him. They have to be. You can't go from this up here to geometry. There's no way. Okay. I'd love to see his work. If you have, for this anonymous kid, do you have any work that he did, samples of the works? They admitted he cannot do two-step. So they only gave him one-step equations. So what was the rest of the class doing? And how, if he only did one-step equations? Okay, let me show you what's up. What is a one-step equation for geometry? You could tell I love math, right? I hate math. A simple algebraic equation on math is like addition, subtract, and multiply to solve an unknown variable related to. Okay, this is what it looks like. I'm going to beat you. Okay, this is what I just. Oh, wait, I can do this. So, I can't do it like that. Tammy. Okay. So, wait, now I got to stop. Stop sharing that. Okay, this is what. I'm going to kick your butt. It's not funny. Okay, so this is what a simple algebraic mathematical problem looks like. And you tell me if he did this by himself. Okay? And I want copies of his work. I don't believe he did it at all. I think they're lying. I am not happy because they are lying. I have samples. Sorry, I bet you do. Good. I want to see him. Okay, let me tell you why I want to see him. Okay, there was a kid that I represented a few years ago, and this kid, they told him he had to do his homework. So he goes home and he says, I can't do it. She said, you can do it. The teacher says right here, this is what she taught you today in class. He was in the bathroom while his mother was at the door. No, he said, I'm sorry, that's when he was in school. So he says, I didn't learn that part because, and the teacher, he said, because I was in the bathroom. The teacher wrote on the paperwork that she finished the work because he was in the bathroom. That, and in her teeny tiny brain as a teacher, that made sense. Not only did it make sense for her to do it, it made sense for her to put it in writing. This is what an algebraic term looks like. Let me see. Oh, God. I'm going to kill you. Yeah. Oh, I have stories, girl. Okay. So let me see. I wanna do that. So screen share. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. Let me show you what it looks like. Okay. Do you see what it says? Can your kid do that? A one-step equation in geometry is a simple algebraic equation that only requires one mathematical operation, like addition or subtraction or multiplication or division. Let's go over here and look and see where it says that, okay? Broad mathematics, a measure of math calculation, math fluency, and applied math word problem solving, was in the severely impaired range. Yeah, no. To solve for an unknown variable. When did your son learn about a variable and what a variable is? To a geometric property. Like side, length, or angle measure? Really? Go ask him. Go ask him. Go ask him what it means. Go ahead. He did it for him. They are passing this anonymous student because they do not want the mom on their outside. Yes! All you have to do to prove my point, they're lying. I'm telling you, my name is Tammy Joya. They're lying. And I'm going to put that in there, so I'm going to put this. This is what I'm going to put. Now we're going to have some problems. Okay? So now I'm going to do this. Copy. So now, where is it? Here. Okay, so stop sharing that. And here. Okay. Geometry is defined. I'm going to put even if the student was given a simple I'll just put this. Given a one-step equation in geometry, and then I tap and then I doctor it up, which is a simple algebra given his results from the IEE assessment, there is no way he could complete this type of. He can't. Is it appropriate for the school to put, to put explanations in IEP instead of prior written notice? No. Prior written notice. I'm going to show you. There's no explanation. They have to answer questions. Okay, just let me do this. Wait, okay. So no, the answer is no. Instead of, what do you mean on IEP instead of prior written notice? No, honey. There's two ways you get a prior written notice. You ask for something and they say no. So let me show you the law. Okay, you following me, Alma? Okay, because this was your question. Are you following me on this question you asked about this anonymous kid? Okay, you following me? If I was you, what I would do is ask him. I would go and do the same problem again with him and just say, here, do this. Because 10-1, they didn't tell the parent, well, in order for him to do this, we had to have this in place and this in place and this in place, so he had support. They didn't put any, I want to commit. You're not doing that. Absolutely not. We're going to drive them. Now, when the state gets the complaint, they're going to go, what the fuck? Oh, I'm making new shirts. I got to put it out here. I'm making new shirts. It's this. Does anybody know what that means? I love it. It's my favorite thing. I was supposed to have it done today so I could wear it, and I didn't. I didn't make it. Does anybody know what that means? Because that's what's going to happen to them. That's what's going to happen to them. They're not even going to see it coming. Okay? Now, so then what we're doing right in here, see, what we're doing here is we're citing the law. We're explaining. See, first under idea for the complaint, you have to cite a violation of the law. Yep, you know what it is? F around and find out. I'm putting that on t-shirts and sweatshirts. I got two, a black one and a white one. I'll have them next week for me. So I'll wear them. It'll be pretty cute. Yep, and that's what's going to happen to them. Okay? I just found out what that was. I got to stop watching YouTube. It's all bad. But anyway, so what we did, okay, what we did like right in here. So from here to here. Yeah. From here to here, we cited the violation. That's what the law says we have to do. I'll get to you in a minute, okay, D? So that's what the law says. Then, now, guess what we're doing? We're just from here to here, we're describing the allegation of how they did that. That's right, honey. That's right. That's what we're going to do. Girl. You want one of those? No problem. I'm going to have them made next week. I'm going to wear one. I really like it black and white. So I got a hoodie. So I got a black hoodie and a white hoodie. And I'm going to put the reverse colors on it. But I have a lot of colors, a lot of things, a lot of pretty girls. So that's my favorite one for right now. Okay. So you see, we've met the criteria. So now I'm going to dig deeper. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say this. I'm going to say, furthermore, on ... day, the district's BCBA okay, wait, nope, I don't want to do that. Do I want to do that one yet? No, I'll do that at the end. Okay, so I'm going to say, furthermore, the parents requested the AFLS assessment. For the record, the student is 13 years old, and pursuant to the state transition, so far we got denial of FAPE, we got failure to evaluate in all areas of suspected disability. Now I'm going to nail them for violating the transitioning laws. I want one translucent. You really don't want nobody to find out? I'll just put FAFO. And then I'll just put hashtag yada, yada, yada. I won't spell it out. I'm going to put on mine. It's not going to have it's not going to say the actual word. It's going to say FAFO. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do on mine. And then if you guys want them, you let me know. I'll get them made. I got my Cricut. I was going to put it in rhinestones because I'm that bitch. Just saying. So anyway, so now I'm going to show you how I'm going to get them for transitioning violation. Okay. So the student was not evaluated in all areas of the school of the AFLS school assessment that includes, this is going to be bad, okay? It's going to be real, real, real bad, which includes core academics and applied academics. Both subtests include math. Okay. The BCBA deliberately omitted specific sections that contain simple math questions. In the report, thank you, honey. I do. I love you. Do you see how much fun I have? I just freaking love this. I told you guys I was going to show you how to write the complaint while I was doing it. I told you. So you guys need to go sit down and really focus in on what I did, how I did it, and the documents that I used. You guys have the documents. The information, I had the book already. I had the book. Okay? So I'm good. But as soon as I told her to do, I told the parent, I tell you guys all the time about the AFLs. I love the AFLs, especially for kids who are on the spectrum. But really, it's for any kids and any adults. You know adults can do this too? Yeah. Adults with cognitive disabilities. Okay, they can do it too. There's no age on it. And do not let a school tell you there's an age. If they say there's an age, you call me. Call me. Just contact me. I will give you the numbers and the emails because I'm telling you, I have an email, and one of these emails, I'm 99% sure it was Mueller. It was Mueller. And he told me they did what? I said, they screwed your whole assessment up. And I have the email. Exactly what they did to you, they did with another thing. Is that discrimination also? The BCBA said, no, I am not going to do the whole AFLs. She had to put that in writing because she has to say why. Tell her it's okay. She says no, she's not going to do it. You tell her good because your evaluation, don't say nothing. Say nothing. Okay, I got you. Because under the code of ethics for a BCBA, just because you work for a public school does not mean that your certification as a BCBA and the BACB code of ethics gets thrown out the window. That's what these dumb BCBAs want you to believe. It's not true. There are reputable BCBAs that love this field. Behavior and... Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. My guinea pig died. That's why I keep turning around. I got a new guinea pig because my baby died out of clear blue sky. The bitch just rolled over and died. Tore me apart. So I just had to go get a new one. And this crazy bitch is running around like she ain't got no sense. She slept all day. I'm going to kill it. And she's about this big. One day I'll take a picture. I'll show you. But anyway. So she died and I got all upset because the vet told me she wasn't going to die. She was fine. She just was constipated up to here apparently. So she died. Because nobody out here knows how to take care of guinea pigs. But anyway, I digress. So what I want to do is also file against the BCBA because she's full of shit. Because what I'm going to do with you is I'm going to show you some emails. And in the emails is going to have the law, the code of ethics. By the way, see what my credentials say? MS in psychology, specialization in applied behavior analysis. Yeah. On both occasions that I had to take ethics, I got an A. I know. Yeah, she died. Cully died. I was so mad. I was so upset. I cried. My mother wanted me to go stay over her house. I was so upset. Saturday night it happened. But now I got this crazy monster over here and she's just acting up. She's just so bad. She's always doing something. If I could get her, I'll show you. Want me to get her? I need a break. I'm getting her. Let me see if she'll stop running. She's already running. Come say hi to the people. Stop being a baby. Sleep. Shut up. I didn't show you yet. Say hi to Brandy, everybody. Isn't she adorable? Did you hear her scream? You would think I was killing her. Look how little she is. Look. Say hi. This is Brandy. My mother named her. She's so bad. She's got badness written all over her. You have the strength to come and live today. Oh, because I went out, I looked all over for her. Nobody had them. I swear to God, they're eating them around here. Nobody had them. I went to 5 different stores and they told me to come back yesterday. I went back at 1 o'clock. I was there. They only got 2 in. And I got her. See how bad she was screaming like I was trying to kill her. Now she's all quiet. Look at her. She's just my baby girl. Eat the baby girl. Yeah, yeah. Go bother the big one. The other one just loves her. She thinks it's her baby. Are you a good girl? Okay. She gotta go. Say goodbye. Oh. Stop it. Say goodbye. Say goodbye to everybody. Bye. I used to have it where you could see them run around in the background, but the camera angle is different. Yeah. So anyway, so I feel way better. I was in a severe depression all weekend. It was bad. But now I'm better because the other one could die because they've been together since they were little, the other two, and this one survived, and she was moping around and acting all lethargic. I was like, you better not die. So anyway, so now she's running around chasing her, and they're just having a ball. They just kept me up all night. But anyway, because they're in my bedroom, of course. I don't have a man. I got 2 guinea pigs. I like that better. Anyway, so all right. So the one thing she didn't do in the report was explain why she omitted it. You see, when you're trained in this field, it's all about behavior. First of all, she did the whole report wrong. Oh, thank you. She did the whole report wrong. She, instead of saying he's at this level, she said out of the 54 possible answers, he answered only 17. That's not the way you're supposed to read that. It's levels. Is either they can do it or they can't do it. They can do it partially. They can do it with prompts. They can do a whole bunch of stuff. But it's either one, if you could do it partially, it's a 1. If you could do it a little bit more, but with a verbal prompt, that's a 2. So the way she did it was wrong. The whole friggin' thing was wrong. I'm going to find that email. I already asked him too. Can I use your email? I was in a hearing. And I said, can I use this email? And he said, yes, you can. Because he said that's not the way it's designed. And that came from the developer. So they're going to be in trouble because according to the law, you can't change an evaluation by the developer. You can't. Well, however way the developer said, this is how you're going to do, this is how the instructions, you have to do it that way. You don't get to flick, you don't get to do that. You don't get the FIFO. Because now you're going to find out. Because I'm that bitch. But anyway, so what I'm going to put in here is, in the report that the BCBA wrote, she did not include a reason or explanation for omitting the specific math questions. I wonder why she did that. That was to help with the school because she knows they're wrong. So then, so there was another part that she didn't do that I wanted to add in there. Okay. Oh, additionally, the instructions are clear regarding the AFL's assessment. She counted the levels. She counted the number of questions. The number of questions, rather than identifying the level of each task that he was to perform, which is the way it's designed. And then all of this stuff in here, I say stuff like, see attached, AFL's scoring. Yeah. And then I'll put see, when I find the email, I'll put see attached email. This is not how you do this. I gotta find it first and then I'll put it in there. I know. So then I go, the parents are requesting are requesting that the district conduct the key math assessment. This assessment identifies all areas of suspected disability in math. So then I do this. You're going to love me. So then I go and I do key, where did I put it? I must have shut it down. Key math assessment, Pearson Clinical. Okay, wait a minute, guys. Okay, StreamYard. And then I go stop. And here, and here, and here, and here. Okay, so now I drag him over. And I go back over here. And do this. Okay. So what I did is I went to Pearson Clinical, their website. That's where you get this. That's where you get all the assessments you need, or you go to WPS. Okay? WPS is a Western Psychological Association. That's where you buy these assessments. Okay, so now what I do is I go down here. So I go all the way down. I scroll down because I'm looking for information to tell them I know what time it is. I know what they did. And this is what they didn't do. So watch this. So this test goes up to 21 years old. Grades 12, all the way up to grade 12. So now, okay, whoops. Getting nauseous now. What do I want? Hey, wait a minute, guys. I got to do this for a second. I can't see it. Okay, I found it. Okay, so what you do is you go on Pearson Clinical. See, it says this is the diagnostic assessment. And what I'm trying to find out is the areas that will be assessed using the key math test. Okay, so let's go take a look. Let's go see where the areas are. Okay, so I scroll down on this, and then it says overview. So it tells you all about the test. Completion time, it's 30 to 90 minutes. The age range, the grades, okay? And then we do this. Details. So now, guess what you can do? You can do it online. Ooh. So then we go down here. Here's the features. Okay. Talks all about this. 10 subsets that represent 3 general math content areas. Basic math concepts, conceptual knowledge, operations, computational skills, and applications problem solving. Not geometry. Oh, no, it is. I'm sorry. There is a part of it. But watch. So here it is right here. These are all the things they didn't assess. That was not assessed for him. Okay? Numeration, because remember, it was broad scores on their IEE. Okay? Broad scores. So what I do sometimes, what I like to do is I'll take this. So what is numeration? What the hell does that mean? Numeration. Copy. So then I go over here and I do paste. What does numeration mean for math? You guys thought I was real smart and everything. Now, this is the shit I do. Okay? Numeration. What is numeration in math with an example? Okay, so this is what it says. Digits are used to represent numbers which include 0 to 9. For denoting a number, we use a group of digits known as numerals. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, space, 2, 3, 1, 4 are numerals. The method of expressing numbers in words is known as numeration. Get it? Can your kid do that? Okay. Digits are okay, so let me see if I can do this again. So I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. And I do this. Okay, see what it says? What is numeration in math with an example? Digits are used, so what I'm gonna say is he doesn't know how to do this. So then you copy. Digits are used to, so all I have to do is say, because I can put it in mine. which includes 0 to 9. Okay, so digits are used to represent numbers, which include 0 to 9. Okay, digits and numbers. Numbers are what digits are represented by. Okay, so when you say digits, you're talking about any numbers between 0 and 9. That's when you say digits. That's what it means. For denoting a number, we use a group of digits known as numerals. So when there's more than one, it's called numerals. Just, does the student know that? The key math test? A clinical psychologist could do this. You always want a clinical psychologist or that neuropsych. You should call that neuropsych up and ask them, what the well, I mean, I don't understand. Why didn't you do this? And she's going to say, because he can't do it. Yeah, but you didn't say that, and now these wombats put my kid in geometry. He can't do this. Well, how can they put him in geometry? She's going to say, well, they can if they do this. Yeah, but they didn't say none of that. They're making it sound like my kid doesn't need to know all of this stuff, but he can do geometry. Well, what the can he do calculus too? I mean, why bother with... Okay, my father taught me this one time, and it makes perfect sense. Why bother with adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing when you can go straight to calculus? That's what they're trying to say to you. Anna Cruz asked on YouTube, where can I get the AVLs? All right, let me see. I'm gonna go get it right. I'm gonna go. This is where is it? Okay. Where's their website? They actually have a website. Let's see, I have to do it. James Partington. Let me check. I want to check something. Who can purchase the AVLs? Yep, you can get it. Okay. Oh my God, you can buy this. Everybody can buy it. Okay. So I'm going to give you the website. I couldn't remember, and I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want you to oh my God. James Harding. Wait a minute, guys. I just want to see. That's the AVLs. That's the AVLs. And okay. You want. That's the AVLs are. AVLs are. What's the AVLs are right here? Okay. Copy. And they're not even that expensive. Oh my God, you guys are going to love it. Okay, so here. So here. All right. Go here. Okay. To get the AVLs. All right. I'm going to show you. Let me see if I can show you the website. Okay, there it is. Okay, present, stream. It's cheap too. Each book is cheap. You may not need all of the books at once. Okay. I want this. I want this. Okay. I'm gonna slide you over. Yes. There you are. There it is. Okay. Go to that website. The ABLES are, I have that one too. That one is hard. The ABLES R is for kids who have language disorders, like kids with autism. That one's a little. I bought it, but yeah, I need to take a class in order to do that one. But it's really good. The ABLES R and the AFLs. If your kid has a language disability, you want your kid to do the ABLES R. And like I said, most the people that do it, they usually are BCBAs, okay? But a lot of BCBAs don't do it. And you don't want somebody that's half-assed. You want to, if you're going to get somebody, then what you're going to do is, let me see if I'm going to put this right there. What you want is somebody that you want to ask them questions. You want to be able to see all the books. These are all the books I bought. They're only $44 each, okay? Or you can buy them as a bundle. See, look. This is what you want right here. This is what I got. I got the whole thing. So you want this one because this one actually, the $199 one, the starter, has the guide on how to do it. You have to have the book. Matter of fact, I have two. I think I have two of those. I left them over there. I bought two by mistake. You want the instruction book. It's easy. Okay? And you can do it online. You don't have to do it and mess up your book, okay? So check it out. And then if you get it, let me know that you got it, and because we can go over it together. And I can show you how to go online and do it. I actually did it online. It's kind of fun. You just have the kids sit in front of you. I've done it where they sat in front of me and I just asked them the questions and then they did it. Then I can show you how to take the criteria for each task. Let's say your kid needs to improve on one of the tasks, any task, okay? So what you then do is you write the task, okay? So the goal is the task in this book. So it'll say a task objective. The task name is cleans up after a meal, okay? So the objective for that thing is that the learner will throw all meal-related trash into garbage and place trays or serving baskets in an appropriate location. Okay, I guess that's in school. Okay, it's because it's school, yes. Then, and then it gives you, it says question, does the learner, here's the question in your head, does the learner clean up after each meal? And if you are doing the assessment, sometimes you know the answer to this. Just answer it. There's a way you have to do this. You can't, some of it is through observation, okay? So if you buy the book, any of the books, then come here and then we can discuss it, okay? Then that way it's easier. Because I'm telling you, you walk into a school with one of these books, they're going to be like, how'd you get that? What do you mean, how did I get this? I bought it. I actually had an attorney say that to me. I was so pissed. It was during a hearing. And she asked me that because she's stupid. I bought the DRA too. And she asked me, where did I get it? You know why she asked me that? We were in a hearing. And these crazy wombats, kid you not, kept using the DRA too, which is a reading program, which is horseshit. It doesn't do anything. There's nothing reading about it. It's just some woman created this stupid assessment. All the schools bought it. And so because they bought it, they decided that made it credible. It made it valid. And it's not anything. It's horse manure. You could take it and throw it in the trash. It's no good. It's not valid. It's not reliable. It's not technically sound. It was made from a woman in Ohio. Anyway. So we're in a hearing and I want more information. I'm an information kind of girl. I'm not going to a hearing or even a team meeting and I don't already know the answer to the question I'm going to ask them. That's a good lawyer. That's what they do. You never ask a question of the school district that you already don't know the answer to. You want them to say it wrong. You want them to answer you because they're stupid. Don't argue with them either. Let them be stupid, especially if you can tape record this whole meeting. Let them be stupid. Let them say the stupid thing. Let them say it. Gonna make your case easier to win because they're stupid. They actually believe their own hype. I'm telling you, I've been saying it for years. They believe their own hype because they're cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. They're stuck on stupid, and they have this thing about we're teachers. No, there's not that many really good teachers anymore. There's not. There's a few, and it's unfortunate that they're less than they ever was. When I was the last generation, I think, that actually got an education. A typical kid actually got an education. Mm-hmm. When I was in school, they didn't have IDEA. They put the kids with a disability in a room and just let them have at it. It was just babysitting them all day long, honest to God. And that's what they do now, but they do it under the pretense of an IEP that they never implement, which is why I got a hair across my ass every time I think of them. But anyway, so there's a thing, just go buy it, okay? These books, my other books, I don't know how much they're going to help you, but they haven't thrown case law into the toilet yet. So this is another place where I get a lot of my information from, LRP. It's more, when I was doing hearings hard, this is my book, man. They got all the case law, all the OSEP letters, everything. We're going to do a whole thing on OSEP letters and how important they are. Because when that idiot is out of office, everything's going to go back to normal, okay? Because none of his shit can fly. That's why he's writing executive orders, because he knows he can't make them pass as a bill by the House and the Senate to get the bill up to him for him to sign. He knows it can't happen. He knows, and that's why he can't do that. Oh, here's my other one. It's a good one too. And I have other books like behavior modification. Okay, I just was using this today, and this book. This is the Bible. That's another thing. I'm going to teach you how to use stuff right out of here where you can just jam it down her throat. As a this book right here, for BCBAs, they call this the Bible. Applied Behavior Analysis. This is the second edition. I graduated from college with my master's with the specialization in 2 years ago. Wait, 4 years? 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago. And this book was still up in the book to buy. This isn't a book you want. This book was $200 all by itself. This one I think was $150. These are my textbooks from college. And you use them all the time. As a BCBA, they use them up. But not when they go to work for a school. When they go to work for a school, they just throw everything out. It's like they don't care. Because no matter what, or if they go to work for a state agency. Because the state agency doesn't give a shit whether they're doing anything wrong. Where can I get one? Which book, honey? Never mind. Did I already give it to you? Where can I get the book? What book? Which one? I don't know which one you're talking about. But anyway, I hope I posted it so you got it. Oh, the Applied Behavior Analysis? The one that cost $200? Yeah, you don't want that. I mean, I have a degree in this. And I mean, when I read this book, I have to reread it like 14 times, even one section. It's very difficult. It talks about positive and negative reinforcers. It talks about, what is it? DR something, DR, I forgot what it's called. It's a whole bunch of words. It's a whole nother language. It costs too much. I wanted the ABA book. You don't, that kind of a book you don't need. What you need are these, the AFLs. Get the AFLs. The AFLs. I'm telling you right now. Independent living, get that. I don't know if you know this, but if you have, because I'm doing it right now with a couple of my clients, if you have a kid, owes an adult, and you have guardianship, and you think that kid could benefit from having the AFLs done, you can actually force DDS to do it in Massachusetts. You can force any state agency to do the assessments, because here's the reason why. Most of the time, their insurance is paying for it anyway. And DDS acts like they own the insurance. They don't. They don't. And then if your kid is under HCBS, that's a whole nother thing. HCBS as an adult is if you can either have HCBS coverage if you're at the waiver program, if you're living at home and it's self-directed care, or you are living in a group home. It's two different things, but it's still HCBS. It's federally funded and all of that stuff is fun as fuck. Yeah, I'm doing that now. You should be the SPED director. If I was a SPED director in your town, honey, every kid that came in front of me would have the right service. And then that means that the town would fire me. Because they'd be like, you're not helping. I know. I am helping them. I don't give a shit about you. I didn't have no contract that said that I have to work on behalf of you. It says I have to do my job. This is my job. You want me to break the law? You're going to have to put that in writing. Because when I sue you for wrongful termination, then we got a problem. So anyway, so stop that one. So let's do this. So screen share. This again. Okay. So what I would do is I break down what the key math test has in it. Okay, so I break down all of it. Started with numeration, and I'll say, and then you say, the student was not evaluated in the following areas. And then you just go to the key math test and you name every last one of those areas that I showed you earlier. That's how you get them. That's how you get them. Because they're stupid, honey. They're friggin' dumb. They can't even, they're so stupid they can't spell stupid. I'm just saying it. They don't know how. They're dumb. So you list, he can't do the numeration. He can't do whatever it says for that. You say none of these areas were evaluated. The only areas that were evaluated were the ones that were done. And then when you get all done with that, then you say, therefore, based on the information listed above and the evidence provided, I am requesting that the remedy, I am requesting the, the key math test and the entire AFOs to be completed. So now, when I get done, there will be the evaluation procedures they violated. They violated, they denied FAPE by placing him in a classroom for geometry. And then they said he could do this, but it's impossible. There's no way he did that on his own. Not without some serious help, including them putting the answers on a piece of paper. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Okay? So they would have to explain how they did all of that, because there's nothing that says, verse 27 now and has DDS, we hit rid of AWC due to lack of support workers. I don't know what AWC is. Yeah, DDS ain't no joke, girl. And if you're anywhere are you on the South Shore? Like Plymouth area? Pembroke, Plymouth. Because then you're going to have a woman named the area director. Tell me, just say if this rings a bell. Lisa Saba and Rick O'Mara. They suck. I'm constantly reporting them to DPPC and other people. Like, the Attorney General. Yeah, they're a hot mess. Agency with choice. Oh, we're in Brockton. Okay, yeah. So you would probably have Rick O'Mara, who is the regional area director of DDS, and Lisa Saba, who is an area director, and she has the brain of a tsetse fly. I hate this woman with a passion. I can't stand her. Rick O'Mara, yes, Rick O'Mara. That's right. It's him. He's stupid. Just fucking dumb. And please don't put your kid in. And I don't know what to tell you, but if your child or your adult child is in I do remember you, Leona. I do remember you. Didn't we go to court? We went to hearing, right? Didn't we go to hearing? And for guardianship? And I got them in trouble with the hearing officer, DDS. Are you that person? I can't remember. I thought it was you, but I'm not sure. And you know my cousin real good. Sydney, Sydney real good. So, like, for instance, I pretty much just wrote the complaint that I'm going to send to you. And then what I'm going to do is attach all kinds of information so that when you file this, you're good to go. There's going to be even more laws in here. That's the only thing I have left to do is put the laws in. That's why I wanted to write it like this, because I knew if I did it, no hearing. I know you do. Okay. We didn't go to a hearing? But I represented you, right? I thought I did. I thought I did. It really wasn't a hearing. We went to Malden for sure. But if you're the same person, maybe not. But then after I do this, I'm going after the BCBA, which is a whole nother set of rules. The code of ethics and all of that stuff, because they're stupid. They're just freaking dumb. There's something wrong with them all. I don't know what's wrong with some BCBAs. I don't know, because let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about a BCBA. A good BCBA, they take their education and they take behavior analysis very serious. And it's just not a means to get a paycheck. I mean, I actually got into an argument with some of my classmates when I was in school because it was an ethics part. And one of the things was, what would you do if you found out that a woman was representing as being a BCBA on her business card and she wasn't? What would you do? And I said, report her ass quick. Everybody was like, well, I wouldn't want to lose my job. And I would. What do you mean you wouldn't want to lose your job? I don't want to work for an agency then that does that. And then you're good with it. Because that means you have no integrity. You have no scruples, morals. You have no character. You're going to let somebody you're working with say she's a BCBA after all the time this is what I put in a post. I said, after all the time and energy and the money that you put in becoming a BCBA, you're going to let some chick, because she can't pass the test. That's what it was. She couldn't pass the test. That was a hypothetical question. And these people in my classroom, this is what they said. Please don't ever run into me. And never. And always make sure you all have your certification, because I will look your asses up. And that's another thing I can tell you how to look them up. Because they're all stupid. Stupid. So, they cost too much. I wanted the ABA book. That was way up there. The officer was like, yes. Oh, she was in middle school. No, I thought you were somebody else. You helped us get the maximum services, but we fought hard. Yeah, we fought hard. Oh my God. I knew you, but I couldn't remember. I do remember. Yeah, we fought hard because Brockton's stupid. Who was the SPED director then? When I left, there was two, Bob O'Mara was the assistant SPED director, I think, when you were there. And what was her name? I forgot her name. Beverly. I think her first name was Beverly. Yeah, I usually won in Brockton. I usually got everything because they knew I was a bitch. And I was coming. And I always came correct. I always got one because I always knew what I needed for my kid. Yeah. Oh, look, Laurie Mason. She was really. I like Laurie Mason. That's why we won. Because Laurie Mason is the one that I went to a team meeting with, and one of my clients, and the kid really needed a residential because there's some serious issues going on and stuff. And so we had BMZ was there. The kid had been in BMZ and everything, and BMZ had requested, an evaluation of the kid. Laurie Mason, at a meeting with me, looked us in the face and said that Brockton didn't feel it was necessary to have an evaluation. I looked at Laurie for a long time, and I said, what? What? Oh, I said, I must have missed that part of the IDEA regulations where it talks about the school district's feelings. I said, Laurie, let me tell you something right now. You got 2 seconds. First of all, put that in writing. I dare you, because I already had it in writing, because BAMSI had put it in writing. The woman that was working for them, they said that they weren't going to do it because they didn't feel. Yeah, one back. Yeah, guess who got? Not only did the kid get evaluated, the kid ended up in a residential before they got the evaluation done, and so did her brother. They were both sent up the river to a residential program funded by Brockton because they want to play games with girl. I gave them game. They didn't play their game no more. Then another time in Brockton, I think Laurie Mason was there. No, Laurie Mason wasn't there. Yeah. Can you imagine? Because I didn't feel. I don't give a rat's ass about your feelings. You people got it twisted, I told her. You got 2 seconds. I want you to put that shit in writing. I got a witness to what you said. And I'm going to file a complaint, and you're going to be the. And back then, I was hell bent on taking everybody to hearing. Everybody. I filed so many hearings, I never went. I never had to go because they all caved. Every time I said I was going to hearing, every single one caved, or I got what I wanted and we both caved, and I just pulled. Every single time. I always used to get mad because I said that I never won any hearings in Massachusetts, but in actuality, there was this great hearing officer in she was at the BSCA. She wasn't there long. And I went up there one time, we were in hearing. And there was a break and everybody left the room. It was just me and her in there. And she said, Tammy, can I ask you a question? I said, sure. She said, you file a lot of hearings. I said, yes, I do. She said, but I also notice that you withdraw a lot of your hearings. I said, yeah, I do. She said, can I ask you, do you withdraw because you got what you wanted, or? I said, I ain't withdrawing nothing unless I get what I want. She said, that's what I thought. She said, you know what that means? I said, what? She says, it means you're a good litigator. She said, a good litigator doesn't go to hearing. A good litigator settles before they go. They get everything they want for their client so they don't have to go to hearing. That's a good litigator. I said, yeah, but I still want to win one. She died laughing. And so in essence, she said, you are winning. You are winning. She said, when you don't have to go through this to get services for your kids, you're good. And I said, yeah, all right, I'll take it. I had two wins in Massachusetts, and that was in 30 years. And I just won one before I officially stopped doing it. My last case, one of my last cases that went all the way through to hearing, I won. And it was Barbara's kid. It was Barbara's kid. And what I got was a functional behavioral assessment done by a proper person who knew it. Well, in actuality, the BCBA that did it, she was all uppity. She thought she was all of that in a bag of chips. And I nailed her during the hearing. And the hearing officer came back and reprimanded her in the findings and told her, she told the school district to go hire the same BCBA and tell the BCBA to do an evaluation that included this area and this environment, since she don't want to do it. And she had to go back and do it. Victory sometimes revenge sometimes is sweet. It's very sweet. So what I did for you guys today is show you my methodology of putting a complaint together. Okay. Now, next week, I can take this whole thing and I can actually show you how I put it together even further by attaching documents. And one of the documents that you can attach is like, you can attach OSEP letters that clearly define what the law says about a particular issue, like what FAPE is, what evaluation procedures are, failing to evaluate in all areas of suspected disability. There's a lot of things that I used. I even put them in my filing. I put them in my hearing, my due process hearings. I did it all the time. Whatever they told, even when they told me I can't do it, I did it anyway. I don't care what they say. You think I can't? I'm the only one that's going to play by the rules? Yeah. They don't play by the rules. I didn't either. I did whatever the hell I wanted. I did it, and it was like I didn't hear them. I don't care. Oh, thank you. I love fighting the good fight. I love fighting for the underdog. It's therapeutic for me. I love yelling anyway. I'm loud by nature. I have to tell my neighbors. Anytime I get a neighbor, I have to go out, introduce myself, and have to, look, I'm loud. I'm going to tell you right off the rip. If I get too loud, just say, Tammy, and I'll stop. My videos keep you saying, yeah. I'm like, ooh, everybody's cray. You guys have to understand something. You're not wrong about anything. You're just not wrong. The problem for you guys is you have to prove how you're not wrong. But I'm telling you, for a fact, you're not wrong. They want you. What they do is they gaslight us. I mean, it's just, the gaslighting is so real. I love yelling. It's just fun. But the gaslighting, they want you to see what's not there. It's like there's a big pink elephant with a tutu on the table, and they're trying to say that's not real. There's no tutu there, or there's a unicorn in the room, or they got fairy dust in their pocket and they can sprinkle it, make everything okay. They lie like a rug. They lie, they gaslight, they do all of them rotten things. And you have to know that then the reason why they do it is because you're right. And they got nothing. The system tried to screw us all the time. It makes me, I know they do. It's fun if you can. What I was trying to tell my girl Barbara today was it's a whole different thought process, the way we have to think regarding our kids, especially nowadays. You have to think a whole different way now because they're forcing us to do that. So you have to think through it. You have to think and see through a different kind of a lens. It's not like it used to be. This is not easy. Oh, yeah. She is. Oh, who's Oliver? Your dog? Cat? Um, we have to think about how we have to have better moves is what we have to do. When I say we have to look through a different lens, what I mean is squeaky. Yes, that's right. That's right. And you're going to lose some of these fights. What you have to do is look at it and say, what can I take out of this loss? What can I learn that I did wrong, even though I know I did it right? What else could I have done to nail their butts to the wall? And the bottom line is, your cat, aw, I'm sorry, kitty cat. Yeah, they're up there playing and chasing each other around, zooming. Um, but yeah, you have to be able to look at your loss as a lesson to be learned. Okay? You have to take something out of it because if you don't, you go crazy. Because you just start putting yourself down and saying, yeah, you're not bad. But the state is, oh God, yeah, especially Massachusetts, is like dealing with the mafia. That's why I had to move. Massachusetts, I live in a state that's Republican, and I live, this whole town is Republican. And I can deal with these people better than I can deal with people in Massachusetts. I mean, they're just way nicer. They're country folk. You know, they're just nice and easygoing. And, you know, I really don't have a problem with these people out here. But they know me. Everybody knows. I'm a Democrat. I'm a Democrat. And it's not to say that I love everything Democrats do. I don't, but I am. This right here is Democratic. I fight for the low hanging fruit. I just, oh God, yes. I live in Pennsylvania. I could never. Massachusetts is too expensive. Massachusetts, for me, there's only one thing is my granddaughter. And I'm trying real hard to get her to move out here. The cost of living here is so disgustingly low. I mean, I love it. Even that, and people are bitching right now because it's so high, but they didn't live in Massachusetts. They did not live in Massachusetts, and it's bad. There's no way I could live the way I'm living right now in Massachusetts on what I'm living on. You can't do it there. It's impossible. It's too expensive. We go there, and I mean, it's a lot of money. Thank God when I go there in the summertime, I stay with my aunt. She has a house on the Cape. And we stay there and we don't have to pay for a place to stay. And I mean, we're constantly going out and doing stuff. But I mean, we would never be able to go there and spend a week. We were there the last time I was there. I think it was 7 days I was there. One time I went there, it was 4 days. It was my mother's birthday, so we stayed extra. North Carolina. I won't go personally. No offense to nobody. This is as south as I'm ever going to go. I mean, even for a visit. I'm not going to Florida ever. I hate DeSantis with a passion. It's their politics. I don't understand a lot of that. There's all kind of colors in my family. We're like the rainbow. We got everything in our family. And to know that, you know, if I lived there and my relatives came and somebody could be in danger because of some thought process that's going on down south, I can't. I can't. And I mean, there are so many great people in that state, but I can't. I could never go further than when I am, and I'm telling you, it's bad right now. Same here, yep. It's bad. It's right. I mean, this is perfect. The weather's great. The coldest it usually gets here is like 42, 40, 40s. But this winter was hard, but it was hard for everybody. Hot in the summertime. I mean, you just want to pull all your hair out and run around the house naked all day long with your air conditioner fully blast. And that's pretty much what I do. Because it's 95 to 100 degrees every day in the summer. When the weather breaks, you don't see an end until September. And I'm naked all the time. I don't care. I come to this thing, I put on a shirt. But I don't. My air conditioner is usually right there. But it's hot here. But everything is cheaper. Everything is cheaper. And the people here are so nice, it's disgusting. I mean, they're just really nice. But I love it here. I'll go home to visit, but I'm not ever going back. Never say never. I'm not ever going back to live there. I'll go for a visit all the time, but I am not going to live there. It's too hard. It's hard life to live there. You're always worried about something. Unless you're making 50 plus a year, 50 grand plus a year. Well, and unless you have a mate, you can't live on your own out there. My granddaughter still can't come. She's still trying, struggling. She makes good money. She's HVAC certified. She makes good money, but they're struggling. Every day, everybody that I know in Massachusetts struggling. So, naked, oh God, yes. I love being naked. It's fun. I don't like, as soon as I hang up, as soon as I get done, I gotta make sure the camera's off because Tammy gets to stripping. Okay. I'll put on a whole bunch of blankets. Would you visit South Carolina? I've been to South Carolina. Is Myrtle Beach in South Carolina? Where's Myrtle Beach? I've been there. I loved Myrtle Beach. It was so much fun. Is that where you're at? LOL. Is that where Myrtle Beach is? Alexa, is Myrtle Beach in South Carolina?
No, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina is located in North America.
There's something wrong with Alexa. I think she's drunk. See, you said yes. She said no. It's in South America. I think Alexa's drunk. She's doing drugs. I'm going to ask her. Alexa, are you doing drugs? Yes, we've been there. I've been to Myrtle Beach. And there was another place down there we went. It's beautiful. I love all those trees with all that stuff on it. It's just beautiful. I love the place. I'm real happy with a lot of the people. they're 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 a little prejudiced. Don't like it. I usually don't have a problem, but I like I said, my family's a melting pot. I got everything in my family. We are the United Nations, and our kids. I mean, we have Mexican, Cape Verdean, Irish, um, Puerto Rican, I think, white, um, black. I mean, there's everything in this family. Everything. Oh, Alaskan. They're not into it, as how you say it, but they're Native Alaskan. My nieces, that side of the family. Oh yeah, so yeah, I got to be careful where I live, cause I will jump quick. You did what? What did you say? Oh yeah, sounds like my family. Yeah, well, that's what we do, right? That's what we all do. We got big families. That's why it's stupid for people to have these mindsets nowadays. This is the 21st century, and if we were ever mixed, we're mixed now. I mean, we are just so mixed up in families and nationalities. Nobody should have hate. Nobody should have that, and it hurts real bad that people still believe in that stuff. And I grew up, and when I was little, we lived in Watts during the Watts riots in California, the race riots. And I mean, I was so little, I didn't really remember it, but I was there. Um, and I don't understand it. I don't. And that's why I guess I'm an advocate because I don't, the little guys, the underdogs, I'm that bitch. I'm going to be there. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for all coming. Thank you so, so much. And for all of you who are supporting my channel, keep supporting me. It's greatly appreciated. You have no idea. Um, I love doing this. I mean, I get it all sorted in my head how I want it put together, and then it just goes. And you guys are so, I love the questions. I love all of it. So if you guys just keep supporting my channel, I greatly appreciate it. Please follow and subscribe and hit the notification bells and do all that good jolly stuff. Put some questions in there if you have any questions about anything that we talked about today. Put it with the questions on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel too. It's Special Ed Answers, I think. And just go in because everybody's on Facebook. Nobody's on YouTube. Oh, a couple. Simply D was. Um, so if what was I going to say? So just keep doing it. I love it. You're inspiring me to do this more and more, and I love doing the little. I'm trying to do shorts. I'm going to learn how to do the shorts. I don't know. I'm trying. But I will talk to you next Thursday. In the meantime, stay safe, stay warm, stay hot. We're supposed to get 70 degrees next week sometime. I don't know when, but we're supposed to get 70. It's about 2 out there right now. But there's no climate change. So I hope you guys get it. I hope you guys got it. And if you have any questions about what we did or what we talked about, please just leave your comments and I'll answer them as soon as I can. Okay. Thank you so much. You guys have a great night. I love you. I'll see you next week. Bye, peeps.